yo.
This one might be a rough one after week one for my guys, but somebody has to say it. I mean, it's been said all over social media, sports media shows. The Giants are the laughing stock of the National Football League. What an absolute joke. How wrong I was about this football team. Am I too early in saying that? Absolutely not. Welcome into the All Day Everyday Show. We are now into week 2 of the NFL season and heading to week 3 of the college football season. Hopefully some of you guys got some cashes last week. We were wrong about Kansas. We were wrong about Jalen Daniels. But we'll take that on the chin. Nebraska and Dylan Raiola were free money. Texas as well. That was like a great start to the day. We have another big game in Fox kickoff. We'll preview that later in the week. That's that Georgia game. So hopefully we can just keep killing Fox noon kickoff because
we did a couple good things. We had the Bears.
Yeah, Bears was free. Well, actually, I shouldn't say free because they were down 17-0.
We had Jets and we had Ravens. Bad beat.
Ravens was a bad beat. Rams was a terrible beat.
We'll get to that.
We'll get to that. Yeah, so lots of things to cover today. We're doing some power rankings on the worst NFL, top five worst NFL teams after week 1. And yeah, some talk on the Giants. But we'll start it out with the Monday Night Football game. Got to shout out gambling Twitter because everybody seemed to turn into Jeff Bezos after Alan Lazard cashed everybody. Let's start with the Kilkenny and BMAT play, courtesy of the Mooney gang here with the 8-leg parlay of touchdown parlay, Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley, Josh Allen, Jonathan Taylor, Tyreek Hill, Kenneth Walker, Kyron Williams, and CMC. It ended up voiding that CMC lay after he was announced that he was out late, but a $30K banger for Kenny. Nice work there. Nice work for the play there, BMAT. And then Kenny, what's up, Alan Lazard? 2 touchdowns. There's a big one there, plus 10,000. Had him on many other books as well. Big stuff for the Mooney Gang to start things off. And for another one here, Prop Holiday as part of the prop shop with just killing Lazard on the receptions and the yards and the touchdown as well. And good for you there. Good start to week 1. And finally, El Capitan, part of El Capitan Bets. It was all Alan Lazard last night. Great job, gentlemen. And great way to kick off week 1 of the NFL season. Let's stay hot, boys. What do you say? That was just really cool. I wish I was on Lazard yesterday. I didn't see that at all.
No.
By the way, I thought it was going to be more Garrett Wilson. I was surprised Mike Williams didn't get in the mix yesterday. But I guess when you look at it for the Jets,
time of possession was a bitch yesterday.
Yeah. Mason also crushed yesterday. Was not expecting 147 on the ground. But when you look at the stats, they showed the graphic from last year, week 1 of last year, CMC had 153 on the ground. These guys know how to run the football.
So on Jordan Mason, I'm just going to get this out the way now.
All right,
because you brought him up.
All right.
I don't know if you saw this. This is a little crazy. I don't like this.
I think I know.
A lot of gamblers don't like this either. Jordan Mason, when asked about when he was finding out when he was going to start, he said, "When did I find out? Maybe Friday." Kyle Shanahan, when asked about that in the post-game presser, said, "I ain't telling him. That could have been Bobby or somebody."
He said, "Be ready." He just said, "Be ready." That's
all he said. He said, "Be ready," but that's cap. He knows that's cap. It's crazy because we saw this with the NBA, how later and later information got leaked. My thing is, FanDuel, y'all making crazy money anyway. Y'all are making crazy money. Why not let the information come out and let more people feel like they could win a bet?
Dude, they locked it instantly.
As much as I feel like they think okay, if we tell them CMC ain't gonna play on Friday, a bunch of people, these Discords going to drop Jordan Mason, which is true. That's 100% true. But also, there's so many people that think their way out of bets. If you would have seen Kenny drop Jordan Mason on Friday, they'd be like, "Oh man, you tripping." By the time you get to Monday, it's lost in the Discord. You can't get that back. I don't know. I just feel why can't we get the information, dog? I feel like the people that actually know what they were doing will still make the same amount of money, maybe a little bit more. And the people that lose bets anyway gonna lose. a losing better is not going to turn into a winning better overnight because y'all are telling him Jordan Mason's going to play on Friday. Like, unless he's in a Discord or something like that, but that's not going to change. He's still going to do the little dumb parlays he's going to do, or just the dumb little straight he going to do. Like, I don't know, man. That shit pisses me off, bro, because I feel like I wasn't going to hammer Jordan Mason to score, but I would just like the thought process as someone I feel like I think I'm a pretty good better. Like, I would just like to be able to think about that. Like, oh, Jordan Mason's in there. What's his line? Oh, okay. Oh, the guy has line pretty low. Is he gonna score? Like, I just like that. You know, it wasn't even like I'm watching the game. Like, that wasn't even my world of thought process. Jordan Mason, like, he looked fucking good,
insane.
I mean, fuck the Bucks, man.
But he even said to the media after, he was like, "This is why like I hate the media." Like, because they asked him. Like, the media asked him, so he said it on the field after the game, and then he had to say it to at the podium to the reporters.
Yeah, I mean, relax, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're starting first game. Like, I get it, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like,
because he knows like he kind of fucked up by saying that.
Yeah.
But it's not his. I mean, that's not his fault by saying that. Like, it really is not. It honestly, like, the NFL said they're gonna have to do some investigating.
Why the fuck? And like, oh my god, to the point. How many more people do you think would have bet the Jets if that would have dropped on Friday? That line probably would have been 3.5, maybe even 2.5, and they would have been eating good.
And everybody was on the Niners last night. Like, I saw a tweet from John Ewing again saying that, at least for he's for BetMGM, John Ewing said on his tweet that the books need the Jets to win for them to win tonight. Because everybody was on the Niners.
It legit could have been the other way around if they would have just released the information, I feel like.
Because everybody would have been all over the Jets.
1,000%.
No CMC.
1,000%.
Week 1. They were stuffing, at the line of scrimmage, they were stuffing Deebo Samuel when he was trying to run the ball.
I don't know.
It was just a weird way to start. And now the NFL says they're going to have to do some investigating, because if that is true, you can't, that that he's playing. You got to release that information, that he's not playing, meaning CMC. You got to release that information. Like, you can't hold that until like an hour before game time. I mean,
yeah, that's on the Niners at that point, bro.
And that's why the NFL wants to do some digging to see what the hell happened there, because we can't be doing that.
I hate that.
An hour before, and that's what I also hate. Like, I understand FanDuel, you got to reset lines, but like as soon as that information, I mean, I saw the tweet from Schefter. It said 3 minutes ago, and I went right to FanDuel.
See,
and it's automatically locked.
See, I thought,
give me a chance to go bet
FanDuel, because you know how FanDuel does that shit during basketball season when, like, let's say Nick Stauskas is not slotted to get any minutes tonight, but Keegan Murray's hurt, right? And no one says that Keegan Murray's hurt. And like the Nick Stauskas lines dropped like an hour before the game. I thought it was that, but no.
It was right
It's Kyle motherfucking Shanahan. Oh, hell. I hate that fucking team.
So we'll see, though.
I can't stand those guys.
Because apparently maybe he's trying to beat around the bush or cover his ass.
Yeah, he's trying to cover his ass.
And say, I just told him to be ready. But I don't know. How would he, meaning Jordan Mason, if he heard Friday, like, he said Friday, so that means he definitely knew it was Friday.
Nah, he knew. And then I think Kyle Shanahan didn't want Jets,
I'm sure he got chewed out for that.
I think he didn't want the Jets maybe game planning for how they would game plan without having CMC. It looked pretty much the same.
Yeah, I mean, they still got hammered in the run game.
I don't know. Yeah, we're going to watch the 49ers. They weird, man. I never liked those guys.
All right, let's just move to a brief overview of this Giants game, as I am a Giants fan, and I was dead fucking wrong on this game. I mean, I don't even know what to say. I mean, you have Sam Darnold starting out this game 8 for 8 and walking down the field. The Giants get an early fumble, and they can't even score from inside the Vikings 30. I mean, we got to get points early. You're in these jerseys that is getting a boatload of hate, looking like the Montreal Canadiens. I understand you're honoring the 100th anniversary, but we have to have a better showing. I mean, 2 field goals. I thought they were all right. I mean, everybody just hated them. Like, those jerseys got a lot of hate. And, I mean, rightfully so, when Daniel Jones is throwing the ball 42 times, and if you want to go there, that's fine. Like, I don't really care about how many times he's throwing the football, but Brian Dable, let's just start there for instance. You said you want to call the plays. So why are we calling screen after screen, check down after check down? Oh, I think I know why. Because your entire coaching staff has no confidence in your starting quarterback that you paid $160 million to throw the football downfield. One passing attempt of 20 yards or more down the field for an entire 4-quarter game. That is unacceptable. If you want to call the plays, I don't care you got no confidence in your quarterback. Like, let him throw the ball. You drafted Malik Neighbors on the last drive for Malik Neighbors, the very last drive. They're driving down the field. Maybe they look like they can actually put a touchdown up because, again, this team didn't score in preseason. Maybe we can score here. It's not going to matter. Game's already over. The entire drive down the field, you didn't look for Malik Neighbors. And on that interception in the end zone that you threw him, basically quadruple coverage, but it looked more like double coverage. You threw it behind your receiver. It's picked off. That route, if you look at Neighbors, they don't even have him running into the end zone. I mean, why draft him at 6 then? Isn't he your wide receiver 1? Like, give him the football. I don't understand. I have tried to defend Daniel Jones and all of this, like, so many times. I thought this was going to be so different. We come off the ACL, that's great. And then we have to hear the slander from everybody. Saquon Barkley, 3 touchdowns, Giants 0. Oh, that's just a great kicker. Like, okay, I don't even care. Like, it doesn't, at this point, it doesn't matter because it's irrelevant at this point. Giants don't even score a single touchdown. Daniel Jones is, I'm over it. I'm done defending it. I mean, the offensive line actually, even though there was a lot of plays where he was getting pressured, the offensive line actually looked like into some drives, some first down, second down, they actually were giving him some time in the pocket. And what did he do? Throw the ball in the turf. What did he do? Pick 6. What did he do? Incompletion. I mean, there's nothing anymore that I can say about Daniel Jones that will be positive for him being a starting quarterback in the NFL. He can't even be a third-string quarterback in playing professional football. I mean, I don't even know if he can make an XFL roster at this point. I mean, it is over. And for Giants fans that want to say they should have drafted a quarterback, maybe you were right, but I still like having that weapon of Malik Neighbors there. 66 yards, that's great. With Daniel Jones a quarterback, but we got to get him the ball more. And people are trying to talk more and more down on Neighbors because he said that comment to the reporters saying that, I don't know what's going on back there. He's just trying to do his job. That's what he said. He was trying to get open. Maybe the connections weren't there. The chemistry's not there yet. It's just an absolute joke. You got destroyed by Sam Darnold, who it's more than destroyed.
A little bit of vindication. I have said on this podcast, Sam Darnold's a spinner.
Yeah, I mean, we did say
that
when he came in for the 49ers last year and came in for Brock Purdy, he looked great. And he was able to be, run a competent offense, and he did absolutely that. Justin Jefferson had the number of Deontay Banks, especially on that deep ball, but then the touchdown, it was just great coverage. He had his hand there. Just Justin Jefferson just better.
I was a PI too, but I like the no call.
Yeah, I mean the PI on early on in the game, that deep ball to Jordan Addison where he grabbed the Dory Jackson, that was not defensive pass interference there. That was bullshit. Yeah. But this team is dead. I've never been able to watch 1 week and be so confident in saying that this team's dead. I can't even believe that we did a schedule for this team, a schedule breakdown, and I think I had them at 10-7 or not.
No, you didn't, bro.
Did I?
No, you didn't, bro.
No, I had 6 wins.
Yeah, bro. I was just gonna let you.
I had 6-11 or 7-10. That's you were at 6-11. I was 7-10.
Mm-hmm.
This team may win 3 games,
maybe, and
Daniel Jones is over. And I'll give you my 3 hot takes for this team this season. The 3 hot takes that I had for the New York Giants is number 1, Daniel Jones will be benched by week 4. They already came out and said that he's playing week 2, but don't look past that because that's a problem in itself. If we have to come out as a football team and say that our quarterback after week 1 is playing week 2, that's a problem. Sure. That's very scary. Number 2, Brian Dable, I'm sorry. You've been put in a terrible situation with a terrible roster, and you can blame Tisch and Mara for this problem, but you will no longer be a head coach for the New York Giants by the end of the season. And number 3, probably the hottest of them all, Malik Neighbors will not finish his rookie deal in a New York Giants uniform. He's going to want out, and I don't fucking blame him. I really don't. And if you want to be mad about, Dable or coaches, you want to be mad about the roster that has been given to you, well, You should go talk to Steve Tisch. You should go talk to John Mara, because those are the guys that were bitching about letting Saquon go. Well, you can't afford him when you give Daniel Jones $160 million. So when you go watch Hard Knocks for the Giants in this offseason and Mara is pressed about keeping Saquon, you didn't even give him a chance to stay because you gave Daniel Jones, who has 9 turnovers and is 1-6 in his last 7 starts, $160 million. It makes zero sense. You can't be mad at anybody else but yourselves as the 2 owners. Seriously, what an absolute joke of a franchise. What a joke of a team. And yeah, you want to say that they're the laughingstock of the NFL? They absolutely are. Washington Commanders in week 2, and Jaden Daniels may run all over the football field like he did in week 1.
So bad for Dable, because I think he's actually a good coach.
I think he's a great coach. He's getting,
he took this team to the playoffs.
Blown to bits.
He's taking this organization to the playoffs.
Blown to bits. I'll start with my power rankings.
That's insane.
I'll start with my power rankings for the top 5 worst teams in the league. After week 1, we'll start at number 5. I'm going to go with the Las Vegas Raiders. I understand it could be different. We got a new team, yada, yada. We got a new coach. But Joe Alt really just did his job on Sunday. Let's not get that twisted. Joe Alt just stopped Max Crosby.
That game, oh my God.
I had the Raiders +3. That was terrible.
They're actually not, like, the turnover on down. They could have easily won that game.
And we scored 10 points. And here's the deal. I mean, you got 2 quarterbacks to pick from, and one of them's Gardner Minshew, and one of them's Aiden O'Connell. So you guys are number 5 in the top 5 worst teams in the league. Number 4 is the Patriots. Hey, great win, guys. Seriously. Great win, 16-10. Somehow you went into Cincinnati with Burrow and Chase, even though Chase wants the contract, and you were able to get a big win, force some turnovers, very well played on the defensive side of the game of the ball, and also Gerard Mayo. Congratulations on your first win. But it doesn't matter because 4 of your next 5 games are against the Jets, the Dolphins, the Texans, and the Niners. So you're cooked either way. You're going to be sitting at 4, no doubt about it. Number 3 is the Commanders. Even though Jane Daniels looked like he can run the ball, he can throw the ball in week 1, they got clobbered by the Buccaneers, and Baker Mayfield might be in a category of one of the top quarterbacks in the NFC. Number 2 is the Panthers. Maybe some of you would put the Panthers at 1, even though they got absolutely dog-walked by the Saints 47-10. Bryce Young, I mean, you're just like Zach Wilson, man. You did a great job of selling yourself. You were a great quarterback for Alabama. Yeah, well, you played for the best team in the nation. And then you come to the NFL, and it's like you don't even know how to play football. So easily you're number 2. And we all know who's last. And at the top of the list, the worst team in the NFL after week 1 is the New York Giants. A laughingstock of the league. Nothing's going to change. I feel bad for Dable. I feel bad for Neighbors. I feel bad for Dexter Lawrence, Brian Burns, Kevon Thibodeau. Where were you, buddy? Where were you? Week 1. Where were you? Thought this could be a possible best defensive line in the league. But where were you, buddy? We hope to see you in week 2. I feel bad for some of the guys on this team. I feel bad for the fans that paid their hard-earned money to go to this game. Very excited about the season. Very excited about possibly getting a week 1 win, and it was the furthest thing from it. So the Giants, yeah, that's number 1, and that's my top 5 worst teams in the league after week 1.
I think the Panthers are worse. I think the Panthers are worse than you guys, realistically. And then I think the Patriots are probably like. Actually, no, the Commanders are worse because of the quarterback. The Patriots aren't that. Like, the Bengals in that game, the Patriots didn't even look that good either.
Yeah, I mean, their best receiver had 30 yards.
But, like, no, that's one of the guarantees. But, like, bro, they just, like, running for 3 yards, and then Jacoby Brissett pull out the impossible on 3rd down. The Bengals aren't top 5, but like, God, the Patriots are bad too. But holy fuck, man!
Yeah, I mean, I'm banking on the Bengals are not top 5, but I'm just banking on them.
They might.
No, they got it. That was terrible.
I'm joking. They might be bad though, bro.
Yeah, that was the shock of them all.
They looked fucking horrible.
You know, you could fight to put the Titans in that list.
No, that's what I was gonna say.
I was really trying to think about a way to put them in there.
How do you even find a way to, like? They lost that game
17-0, man. 17-0
on nothing but offensive special teams. How the fuck is that even possible? All right, their coach said that we could have punt the ball the entire game on offense, and we probably could have won the game, which is 100% fact.
We can also talk about, just briefly, we can touch on Caleb Williams defeating the curse from 0-2. Good job.
Yeah, good job.
But like,
you didn't do anything. But
93 yards. I know you're talking about the stats and all this. And you know, I don't care about stats. We won the game. That's great. But you had 93 yards, and if it wasn't for Jonathan Owens and a pick 6, you lose the game. I mean, you had nothing to do with this game. Hopefully,
he didn't look great.
that helps you out.
He didn't look great, but he also like didn't. He didn't look bad. Like he didn't look like he didn't belong out there. Like he was doing the shit that he was doing. Like when Bryce Young was out there, like there was like, does he belong? Like, all right, he's short. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Caleb Williams looked like he belonged. It looked like he's going to have to just figure it out. And he might not be spectacular, but he was still doing a little scramble around. You know what I mean? Making some good throws. I like what I saw.
And it's also,
he could be a lot better though.
I don't want to be too hard on him. It's week 1. It's your first game.
Tough game.
You gotta win.
Nah, good shit.
Good for you.
Good shit. Good shit. You want to slide into the bad beats now?
Let's slide into the bad beats.
All right, bro. So I'm gonna start. Which one do I want to start with?
I think you should start with the Sunday night.
I'm gonna start. Well, I'll get to that one. Start with this one that kind of flew under the radar.
Okay.
Texans were -3. Now, remember we were talking about that game and that line and how like weird it was, and like we would even expect the Texans to maybe even be. That's a lot of points in a divisional game. Start the season off. Anthony Richardson throws an insane bomb. I'm pretty sure Stephon Diggs has 2 touchdowns that game as well. Great game to watch. Start the season off. It's 29-20 with like 4 and change left in the game. We're approaching the 2-minute warning. Colts score 27-29. Backdoor cover. The line opened at 2.5 too, so it wouldn't even cover at 2.5. It wasn't this game I was telling you about, but it was another game I was telling you about. Like them 2.5s be weird because I forget what it was when they moved the extra point back. Those lines that were 3 started going to 2.5. Them 2.5s get weird, bro. I don't like 2.5s. I need a money line. Even that's juicy. Pour one out for all my Texans better. That's fucked up.
Except money line was good money there.
It was good money. Was it -150?
It ended up being like -142 or -138 towards kickoff, but yeah,
right.
Good piece there.
This second one, fuck me, I feel bad. Dolphins versus Jaguars. Pour a couple out for Jaguars bettors. 17-7. Pretty sure it was third quarter. They were driving. Etienne's going into the end zone, literally about to walk in, make it 24-7. Javon Holland, one of my favorite safeties in the league. Hustle play, punch the ball out from behind, goes out for a touchback. We hit Tyreek Hill across the middle for an 80-yard scamper TD right after that. Go on to win the game on a game-winning field goal.
But can we talk
Dolphins don't cover.
That's what I had, 3.5.
Dolphins don't cover the 3.5. But my God, if you had Jaguars money line or something like that, geez, just pouring out.
Which is weird because, I mean, you were scared about this game. I personally wasn't. And I'm just surprised that this game was, like, close.
I'm not. Yeah, I
don't know.
This was a vintage. This was a vintage Jaguar loss. This is why I stopped believing this team.
The touchdown throw. Let's briefly touch on that too. The touchdown throw from Trevor Lawrence to Brian Thomas, where it looks like it's quadruple coverage, releases it in where it looks like quadruple coverage, back of the end zone, absolute seed. I mean, I was not expecting that out of Trevor Lawrence. Nah. Great throw, and more to come for the $55 million man.
That exact game is why I gave up on the fucking Jags, because like they just so many games they should win like that.
Speaking of the $55 million man, Dak Prescott, $60 million man. Do you agree with the contract or no? Is that too much money for Dak? Did he deserve that money?
Like in the context of the money he got, I think it's too much money, but I think they had to secure it. Their team's too ready to win now, and like Dak's like, yeah, like fuck. I mean, fuck what they got going on. But
called him in the hotel room in Cleveland the day of the game. Said, "Hey,
no,
brother,
that's fucked up. That's fucked up.
Here you go, man.
That's fucked up.
Here's your bread.
All that to make him the highest paid quarterback. Like that's why I get fuck the Cowboys. I do like Dak though. Good shit on him getting his bread, and good shit on CD. 2 guys from that I actually do like on getting their money. So good shit. And
Micah Parsons better be next.
We do see y'all. We see y'all. Big W. We see them.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
I mean, the Birds got something for y'all, bitch ass motherfuckers, but I ain't worried about them. Next one. Pour one out for your Ravens betters. I mean, my God.
Man.
Missing Zay Flowers in the end zone, Lamar Jackson. I don't care what anyone says. Even if he wanted Zay Flowers to sit down, you missed him on the sit down. Just a bad throw overall.
Bad
All
throw.
good. Whatever. We move on. And then Isaiah Likely's out of bounds by what? A toenail? What is he, a size 14, size 13?
It's KD all over again.
You cover the spread there. You cover.
Yeah.
That's fucked. I might cover it. And a size 12, I might cover the spread there.
You also can also add into it too, even though it would have still been 4 points, it was 27-20. Justin Tucker, the GOAT, missing that 53-yarder earlier in the game.
Doesn't help. Does not help.
So pour one out for my 47.5 over betters right there on that field goal.
Yeah, and the over betters, that's a bad beat too, honestly, when you look back on it. That shit is ass. Whenever you lose a bet like that, you end up looking back on all the fucking little things.
I mean, I bought down to 46.5, but when he missed that field goal, I remember saying specifically, that field goal's going to matter.
Dog,
that field goal's going to matter.
The Birds game, the Eagles, the Packers score. I think it was the first score. Jalen Carter jumps off sides on the extra point. They move the ball up to go for 2.
Miss it. Don't
get it. And then they miss like one longer field goal in the second quarter off the right side of the post. They lose by 5. This could be OT. This could be they lose by 1. Like, that's the shit I'll be thinking about. It's just fucked up, man.
Packers easily could have won that game.
We can't. And Kyle Shannon, you can't give us some information on the books, bro. It's just fucked up to me. The last one I will go to.
The worst of them all, in my opinion.
Rams were down 17-3.
Oh my goodness.
The people that were holding the plus 4.5 tickets gave up on the bet. The classic, you throw the ticket out, the comeback starts, you go to the trash can, look for the ticket. When the Lions forced OT, I just knew it. Like, I absolutely knew it in my soul. I'm like, oh, there's just no way this is gonna cause it's funny because I'm not even thinking about how much has to go right for the Lions for this night, for the Rams not even to cover. But I'm like, oh yeah, like, no, there's no way. Like, once it's going to OT, I'm gonna get fucked over in some type of way here. But when you think about it, the Lions got to force OT, first of all. Then they got to win the coin toss and then score, which is fucked. Because, like, if the Rams just get a drive, you telling me Matt Stafford can't get a fucking field goal? Matt Stafford give me a field goal. Lions go down, score a touchdown. We still cover. It's all good here. They have to force OT, win a coin toss, and then go down and score. They do exactly that. People get the David Montgomery touchdown cash as well. I mean, it's a horrible beat. I mean, you get the full comeback. Cooper Kupp's going off. He looks like he's back in his prime bag, Triple Crown bag. Matt Stafford's making no-look passes, getting hammered by 3 guys, leads the comeback all the way. Just for Jared Goff and some Motown magic.
Not even, bro. He threw one pass on that drive. They just ran it the entire way. And all I would say to that when I was watching that, I'm like, they just walked down the field running the ball with David Montgomery, 1 carry to Khalif Raymond, 1 carry to Joshua Gibbs. Why the hell was this all game? Why does it happen now? And how did the Rams defense just fold at the end of the game? That plus 4.5 was actually looking spectacular. You look at that last drive, right? And they score at the 4.5-minute mark with Cooper Kupp. You let the Lions go 9 plays, 55 yards in under 2 minutes to tie the game with 17 seconds to go in the game. We win the toss, and we just walk up the field with the running game and see you later. That was the just one even worse way to end a tough weekend.
Yeah, that one took the heart out of me a little bit. I can't lie. I had another bad beat as well, but it was an alt spread, so you can't really count this.
You can't count this.
Yeah, but holy fuck. I mean, this to cap off my weekend was fuck off.
There was a lot of pain.
Fuck off, handle.
All right, looking ahead to week number 2 in Miami. This is the rematch of the last game of the season last year that was for it all. It was for the division between the Bills and the Dolphins. We got some trends in the betting markets for week 2. Where we at?
The Dolphins minus 1.5. Now, the Bills should have lost to the Cardinals. Kyler Murray looked exceptional.
Absolutely.
They lead a comeback. Josh Allen, this is a Josh Allen thing, whatever. The Bills are 11-1 straight up in their last 12 versus Miami, which was an alarming one that I found. The Bills are 6-3 against the spread in their last 9 September games. And the total has gone over in 5 of the Bills' last 6. But Miami is 8-2 against the spread in their last 10 versus the AFC East. Miami, I don't know who looked better last week. I would say Miami probably because they played a better opponent. They got Miami at home, Hard Rock.
But I would maybe say Bills for the comeback.
The comeback second half, yeah. I can give you that. I mean, personally, I think it's Miami minus 1.5. I don't think you can let the way they let actually. I don't. No, give me Miami because the Bills secondary looks so bad. The Bills secondary looks so horrendously bad versus Arizona that I think Miami's going to take advantage of that a lot. That has to do with one of my picks we're going to give out in the SGP. Give me Miami minus 1.5.
All right, I am going to ride exactly what I did. I know it's different rosters. I'm going to ride exactly what I did last year in Week 18. Bills needed to win the game to win the division, and they're going to do the same here. Plus 102 on the money line. I'll even, I don't really care about the plus 1.5. Bills on the money line there, plus 102. Right now, it looks like they got their number. And if somehow the Dolphins come looking exactly what they look like against the Jaguars, I know you could say the same for the Bills. Josh Allen might be able to find his way in this game. Bills plus 102 is my Thursday night pick.
Okay, no spread. I like that.
All right, so heading to get some more action on this game, let's look briefly at a same-game parlay. For those of you that were following last week, our money line parlay lost on the New York Giants. That's it. We had the Saints. We had the Bucks. We had... Who else was in that?
Never again.
I know.
Never again.
Who else was in that?
Never again. Motherfuckers is never, ever.
We had the Texans. Bullshit, because I talked you into the Texans and they won that game too. So go Texans. We had the Texans.
What do you mean bullshit? Never again with the fucking Giants.
Yeah, I mean, that was my fault. But you were with me
I
on that.
was with it, but just never again.
Just never again. Obviously. So, yeah, that was the only reason we missed that one.
Fuck.
Yeah, that was plus 1,000.
Wow.
So that stinks.
Wow. Fuck the Giants, bro.
And then our touchdown play, no Malik Neighbors in the end zone, no Bijan Robinson shockingly in the end zone, no Amon-Ra St. Brown shockingly in the end zone. But the Jerome Ford shout from Andy Ruffin was an easy touchdown.
Of course, we get one.
It was late in the game, but it was one of the last plays of the game. But we got one.
Of course,
so
we get one.
We're going to be trying to get one of these here, and hopefully it starts on this Thursday kickoff of Week 2. Same game parlay. What do you got?
So for my picks, first pick I'm going to go with is James Cook touchdown. Now this, I didn't even have him in the game on Sunday. But this shit pissed me off because I wanted to take him. Actually, no. I did have him. I had a parlay. It was Aaron Jones touchdown, James Cook touchdown, Gus Edwards touchdown, 350, last 350 in my account to win 99. Beautiful parlay. Got Aaron Jones. Looking at this game, James Cook. My God, they get onto the 10-yard line and they feed him like 2-3 times in a row. And then he gets down to like the 2-3. Then they let Josh Allen get in. I cannot fucking stand when teams do that. When you have the running back, anytime touchdown, they get to like the 10, the 5. No, not even the 5. It's the 10 for me. And it's 1st and 10, and you hand the ball off. You let him get like 3 or 4 yards. So now it's 2nd and 6, like the 6 yard, 2nd and goal on the 6-yard line. Give it to him again. He's not going to score from the 6 and we're in goal line. He's not going to score. Then you're going to let it go 3rd and 2 or 3rd and whatever, and then we throw the ball. Like, why don't we just throw the ball on 1st and 10? And let him, like, so let's look at what we did last week. You know what I mean? And let's reconsider. And let's let Josh Allen do all the hard work to the 2-yard line, 1-yard line. Let's let James Cook get in there. So we'll look at that. And then I'm gonna take. Let me see. I don't even care what the line is. Give me Tyreek Hill. Got put in fucking handcuffs last week for some bullshit reason. Cops were a little too hyped to do their job that day. Whatever. 96.5. That's a lot. That is a lot of yards. But the fucking Bill secondary looked horrendous last week versus Arizona. I think Tyreek Hill goes off again for 100 at least. No problemo. He's done that plenty of times throughout last year. I'll go Tyreek Hill over 96.5. And then actually, can we let's alt Tyreek Hill. Let's alt him to 90.
I don't know if we right now, since it's only the day that we're recording.
All right, fuck FanDuel. We'll take him at 96. Let me see the rest of those lines.
Okay. Where
receiving prop.
Yeah, I'm being stupid. What do you like on there?
I like Khalil Shakir.
Okay.
I like Keon Coleman.
He was close on that. He might have hit that. Or he had 43 or something on Sunday. He was close.
What's the word on Jalen Waddle?
That's the word is right.
Okay, let's stay away from him. Good call. Yeah, we'll go with Tyreek.
Okay. I'm going to start with a touchdown score on the Miami Dolphins. And fairly simple. Got in last week. Devin Achane.
Good call. Great call.
Now, again, is it Achane? Is it Achane? I know you switched it.
Yeah.
Trying to be respectful here.
We'll send that to New York. Go to the booth review.
Yeah, we'll go to the booth review for that one. And we're obviously going to throw a prop in here. And I really am I want to lean on this. Like, I want to lean on the under on Dalton Kincaid for just kind of being non-existent. But I feel like we can get a bounce back. Like, he's kind of a security safety blanket for Josh Allen in these types of games. But I'm going to stay away from him. I want to lean back to Keon Coleman. He was close on this line last week. He was kind of right on that. I think he had like 7 catches. He ended up touching that line at 51 last week. So I'm going to take that there at 44.5, the over there. So James Cook touchdown, A-Chain touchdown, Keon Coleman over 44.5, and Tyreek Hill over 96.
We should save that because we can probably get a little booster on that.
Yeah, we can get a booster on that. Right now, this is plus 1446.
That's nice.
Probably could go up a little bit, but we can get a booster on that, and that will be the parlay of the day for Thursday, week 2. 25 right now would win you $361.
We'll take that return all day.
Did you have college to go to?
Oh, I did have one more, actually.
It's a Friday night's game, right?
Friday night. So this is Friday Night Lights.
Friday Night Lights.
College football. Arizona versus K-State. K-State's -7.
Oh, God.
Both these teams looked a little weird last week. Arizona won 22-10 versus Northern Arizona. It's a little weird. K-State should have lost to Tulane. Like, if you're a Tulane fan, alumni, I'm sorry, you should have won that game 10 out of 10 times. Arizona is 11-4 against the spread in their last 15. The total has gone over in 5 of Arizona's last 6 games. Arizona is 2-5 in their last 7 Friday night games. K-State is 8-3 against the spread in their last 11 games versus the Big 12. Arizona is in the Big 12 now. And K-State is 0-8 straight up in their last 8. 0-8 against the spread in their last 8 Friday night games. Where are we going in this game at?
I think right now I don't want to touch any spread for both. I'm a little too scared on that. So I'm just going to rip the over at 58.5.
Over 58.5. Yeah, both defenses look. I think Arizona should score some points.
And you just get to root for points.
Tulane had a freshman throwing the ball around the yard versus K-State. I'm going to go Arizona plus 7.5.
Okay.
I think a touchdown's too much in the game. We're two teams that looked a little shaky-wakey in their games last week. I'll take the touchdown. And I like where your head's at in the over. I won't tell, but I will endorse for the listeners. I'll endorse.
I mean, where are we? We're basically looking at.
It's a lot of points. A lot of points we're looking at.
4 touchdowns each.
Mm-hmm. And Arizona only scored 22 points versus Northern Arizona. I didn't even know they were Division I.
That's a great point. But there's nothing better than just sitting there watching a game, just rooting for points.
Absolutely. I mean, what else are you gonna do?
Like you get both sides. It doesn't matter who the hell has the ball. Give me something.
I actually didn't.
Give me something.
You want to do a little? Did you hit? What did you hit on Sunday? Saturday,
Texas free.
Bang. Big house W.
Yeah, that was just big there. I wish I put more on that. I also wish I put more on the Nebraska -6.5.
Right.
If that was free.
Right.
We lost on Kansas. I ended up late. This was not posted on anything, but late I took an over in the Oregon game. I absolutely nuked that. It was 61.5. They got to like 65.
Let's go.
We shipped most of it back on the Giants on Sunday, but yeah, there was Kansas was really the one that sold because we would have had a sweep out of college football again if Kansas did the job. But if we look a little bit further, we're going to be doing this again later in the week, but just very excited for the big noon kickoff game, which is Bama and Wisconsin.
Yeah.
So we'll be looking at probably hammering that 50.
I had a fucking I had like a long, like it was like a 12-leg college football parlay, not kind of teaser thing. Auburn fucking money line.
How about -13.5?
Everybody
was on that.
It was 20 to win 170. It gets costed by Auburn
and
fucking
Cal.
money line. They lose the Cal. I had an electric hit. It was Arkansas versus who'd they play? I want to get it right, bro. This was an electric fucking cash. Didn't have much to celebrate over the weekend, so I'm just gonna fucking update you on it.
Yeah, I didn't really either.
this was fucking ridiculous because it was an over. This is your type of over too. It was like in the 60s, I think. It was like over 60.
College football overs, man. Oh yeah, I did do a stupid one. I did. I had an alt over in the NC State game, and then I alted NC State to plus 19.5, and they got murdered.
Dude.
Murdered. Absolutely murdered.
Texas actually looks decent. I'm on for Tennessee. Bro, fuck. I just need to find this game. Here we go. All right. It was Arkansas versus Oklahoma State. This over was dead as fuck, bro. It was over 60.5.
Okay.
At halftime, we were at 30-something. No, at halftime it was at 28. So not the best. Not the worst. Third quarter only scored 6 points. They scored 28 points combined in the fourth quarter. Oklahoma State forced OT, came back from like 14 plus to cash the over. That was electric. Absolutely electric. And then I had absolute mortal lock. Falcons Steelers under 41.5 when I saw Russell Wilson was going to sit. I mean, you just know, I love you, Justin Fields, but Justin Fields led offense is just an under all day, every day.
Falcons busted my parlay.
That's it.
Dolphins minus 3.5 sucked.
That's it. We'll get it back this week.
Just got to start. We got to start hot on Thursday. And then Friday, there's some Thursday night college games we can touch. Friday, college games. And then obviously breaking down some of these betting trends for these Saturday games and these Sunday games. That's all we got. We'll see you for previewing these week 2 NFL matchups later in the week, and also week 3 college football, as there's some big games and a lot of spreads I'm going to be looking at early on for this early slate in college football. Maybe like you guys just did a little bit better on Sunday. It seems like I'm doing better on college than NFL, but hopefully that can kind of be a balance of them both. You've been listening and watching to the All Day Everyday Show with All Day AJ and Manny Ruffin. See you a little bit later in the week. Get your bets locked in. We got plenty of stuff coming for you soon.